Okay. Yeah, I think he trapped my queen, probably. Because I have to play queen a2, and there he can play maybe rook a1. Okay. I think I don't have anything here. Yeah, well, at least maybe I can try to sacrifice my queen for the rook and the pieces. Hello, everybody. My name is Reinaldo Rodriguez. I am a candidate master from Venezuela. And today we are going to continue playing a couple of 5+5 games for the series Climbing the Rating Tower. So let's start looking for the first opponent of the day. Okay, here we have an opponent from Brazil, 1600. Okay, so let's start with e4. Okay, French defense, good. d4. Now d5, and here I'm going to do, okay, a variant that I have been studying recently, okay, with one of my students, with Charlie, regards to Charlie. This is, okay, the advanced variant. So c3, knight c6, knight f3, all is about the d4 square, and here bishop d7. This is a quite flexible order of move. Here I'm going to try to play a3, that looking for b4 to prevent the pressure on d2. Normally here people play queen b6, but I think how black is playing right now really is a quite flexible approach, because the position is going to be much more flexible. So, okay, I can continue with b4 right now, but I think I can delay a little bit that move, and instead of that I'm going to play bishop d3, because the idea of b4 is prevent the pressure on b2. As the queen no is on b6 yet, there is no pressure on b2 to prevent yet. So for that reason, I'm going to develop the bishop. Let's see, bishop d3, queen b6, and in case of queen b6, probably there I can just capture on c5 followed by short cast. Let's do that. Now is a moment, it's a good moment for black to straight pounce on d4, because I can capture on c5 followed by short castle to protect the pawn on f2. Okay, trade was expected. Factor with the pawn. Now probably queen b6 makes sense. In case of queen b6, I have to play maybe now sacrificing the pawn on d4 with a move like short castle, knight takes, and play that position. Let's go for this kind of gambit style. So the pawn is hanging for sure. That was another point of bishop d7. Prevent the bishop d5 check, winning the queen on d4 after all the trades on d4. So the pawn is hanging. He can take it. Okay. I have to recapture here, I think. Let's see if I have other options. Like, yeah, I think I have to recapture. So takes, queen e2 there. Take the pawn on e2. Okay, a6, maybe to do some bishop b5. Also, this move is useful because in some cases I can come here and here to b5, chasing the queen. So now I would like to play the bishop d3. In case of bishop d3, this can be hanging. Let's do a normal development move. Knight c3. Continue development. Also, possible plan here is to do this expansion with f4. But to do that, I have to move the king to the corner to be out of the pin. In this position, also the a3 move is still useful. One of the main plans in this position for black is transfer the knight from the king side to the queen side to try to chase the bishop to b. Okay, he's incoming. Also another, on the rod, he's going to put pressure on e5. Queen increase the pressure there. So I should be ready to protect the pawn. So now I think it's a good moment to move the king out of the way of the queen to have enough time to protect the pawn with f. So here I think he have to be careful because with bishop d3 I can trap the queen. If he play fast without seeing a normal developed move like bishop e7, bishop e3 is going to be trapping the queen. So maybe it's a good moment for him to retreat the queen as far as possible, probably. But I think I have a good attacking chance pushing the pawn to f5. I managed to deflect the pawn. I can capture on d5. Also, the advance is quite logical to open the diagonal for the dark square bishop. Let's see. Okay, queen a7, retreating the queen. Now, in case of bishop e3, he can play d4, and after that, I can play bishop g1. Now, I have to think about what to play. Also, if bishop e3, he can play bishop c5, offering a trade and simplifying the position with an extra pawn. So, for that reason, I think I have to open lines. I'm going to play f5 here. I think this is the more challenging variant probably for him because I have a temporal advantage in development. So I should try to open the position before he managed to castle and coordinate the pieces. Okay, knight there. Okay, this was unexpected. Yeah, this took me by surprise, but I think, okay, let's move my queen one square away in the diagonal of the knight, also pinning the knight. Do this. And now I am capturing here, getting the invasion square on f7. So you have to be very careful. You cannot capture here with the knight because the knight is pinned, the queen will be hanging. So bishop c5 may be a possibility, but in case of bishop c5, I can capture on e6, but he can recapture with the bishop to protect f7. Yeah, the position is really very complex. Bishop c5, bishop e3, knight b3, bishop c5, bishop e3, knight b3, defending the bishop on c5 with the knight, but there I can maybe move my rook to protect the bishop and to try to, yeah. Now the capture on e6 doesn't work because he can just recapture with the bishop. That is, he's jumping to b3. That's the threat. Here probably, okay, now focusing the last move of your opponent. Bishop c5 leave the pawn on g7 unprotected. So maybe I can put pressure here to highlight the fact that the pawn don't have protection. Let's do queen g3. I think this move may be annoying for him. He has some knight 3, but I am capturing on e7. This move is quite annoying for black. I think black should be okay anyway, really. But in a practical point of view, very difficult ones with accurate defense in this kind of situation. Because white is attacking with a lot of pieces on the king side, and the king is still in the middle. If the king goes to the king side, yeah, he's going to perish there because there is too many pieces attacking that sector of the board. Those positions also are difficult to play with white because you have to kick the dynamines, the activity, and only one mistake will be a no to lose a game to the material disadvantage because black the pawn of advantage for black is a very strong central pawn. Yeah, g6 best defense. I can capture with the bishop, pawn takes, queen takes e6 check, and the king can try to escape via ba. Okay, here I have to open the position for sure. Let's stay here. Also, I am thinking in the possibility to capture on f7 with the rook. Because initially I was thinking in bishop takes g6, pawn takes, queen takes, but the king can escape via d8, c7. So here, instead of that, I can capture with the rook on f7. If he capture with the king, I can capture with the queen, and later my bishop can come to g5 to prevent that the king escape via d8, c7. Yeah, a move like knight f5 is too slow because I can just capture on g6. So I think he's more or less forced to accept the challenge. Maybe that would be a losing variant because king takes, queen takes, king, maybe king f8, yeah, bishop a6 check, followed by rook f1 check. Let's see. Because also when the rook comes here to do the check on the f file, he can block with the knight. That variant. He's thinking a lot because this is a critical position. Honestly, I'm not sure about the sacrifice, but I think it's the most consistent way to continue, according to the style of the opening select. Yeah, he's thinking a lot, so that is good because do accurate defense under time pressure, only 5 seconds of increment, so the situation is going to be rough for him. Yeah, king takes, queen takes, king to fa. There I have bishop a6. Okay, he didn't. This is clever as well. Okay, he is defending the pawn on g6. So, okay, actually, now I can capture on g6 with my bishop, and there he have to move his king. But I am a bit worried of because my bishop will be pinned after that. Okay, but retreat my rook somewhere. Rook takes g7, rook a7, bishop takes g6. He have to move the king. Yeah, I think I have to play this variant. Okay, yeah. Now I can capture the knight with the rook because this will be a discover check. He missed this. I did bishop g6 because I managed to anticipate that he will do that because the move is quite logical. Now I can capture this with check. Yeah, the balance is extra pieces for me, so good. Now the king is escaping via c7. Okay, I have a check on g5, but I'm not sure if I want to spend my check yet, so let's just move to keep this option available, being a bit more flexible. Okay, and now I think I can do this check. So king to c7. I can capture on d7 with check, and I have a kind of a skewer. Well, the queen is still defended, but really this variant was done in order to eliminate the base of the pawn chain on e6. And after this, I think the position fall apart. I can capture with check here to kick the initiative. Also, I can do that with the knight. Let's stay with the knight to incorporate a new pieces in the attack. I have to be careful with my background. Okay, he left the the rook hanging. So now it's over. Probably he's going to resign now. Yeah. Okay. This was a good game, quite tactical, in the Gambit style. Really, I'm not sure if the sacrifice on F7 was correct, but at least for a 5+5 game, the situation created was pretty difficult to face for Black. So let's go for the later after the second game. We are going to do a quickly review, okay, of the critical moments of the game. So let's look for the next opponent. A new game. I think it's probably okay. Yeah, he's looking for a new opponent. So okay, this time black pieces. An opponent MHD from Iran. Okay, E4. Now okay, let's do a French defense just to see if we can create a similar situation like the previous game. E4 D4 E6 E5. Okay, well this is quite interesting. Advanced variant. Let's do C5. And now probably he's going to play C3. Well, here I'm going to select a variant that I consider is quite flexible. Normally, everybody do knight c6, okay, but the knight on c6 is going to block this diagonal. So I think a quite positional way to play here is queen b6. That, in a first glance, looks strange because we are moving the queen before the minor pieces. But the point of this, okay, he's incoming with the plan, so very interesting. The point of this is try to do bishop d7. Well, I think he can capture. Okay, if he capture, I capture with the bishop, putting good pressure here. The point is do bishop d7 to try to trade the the last square bishop. Now I have to capture. Normally we have to capture towards the center because the capture on b4 allows white do this. There is no more pressure on d4. So one of the most important days of the black game is the pressure on d4. Now let's go with this. And finally, okay, this is a position where I managed to trade my bad bishop for his good bishop. And I think the position can be quite comfortable for black after that, because according to the orientation of this pawn chain, white have to attack on the king side. And one of the most important pieces to attack in this sector of the board is going to be this bishop. So without the bishop, the attacking chance are more difficult. Okay, here I can capture on f1 to leave white without the possibility to. I think I can kick the tension there. Because if I capture, he can recapture with the king and maybe play king g1 and push the pawn to h4, h5, and there the rook can be activated via h3, g3. So if I kick the tension, maybe I can force him to play with the king in the center. So knight c6 looks quite natural, I think. Let's do that. Normal move, but my bishop is out and is ready to v3. So I am keeping the tension because if he captured on b5, my queen, his king will not be safe on g1, like in the case if I capture on f1. So the point of this is try to leave his king in the middle. Okay, he's winning a tempo. Now I have the possibility to take this output on c4 with the queen that really looks very risky, but at the same time I cannot see for him any way, any immediate way to harass the queen. Maybe bishop b2, rook c1, queen c4, bishop b2, knight e7, rook c1, knight f5. Yeah, that is a critical variant. Queen c4, bishop b2, and the rook is incoming on to c1, and well, my queen there really looks very, very exposed. I am worried about that, but I think I have to play that accepting the challenge of the position because otherwise he can castle. So let's try. Extremely risky, really. The queen can be trapped probably. Bishop b2, rook c1, I think should be his plan, but yeah. My plan is try to put some quickly pressure here. Okay, let's do, I can do that with knight a6 or knight e7. So let's do this to leave the diagonal open for the dark square bishop. Oh, let's see, knight c3. Yeah, bishop b2. I am thinking in some possible sacrifice on b4, but okay, let's do a normal development. Rook c1 is incoming for sure. The point of this is that I couldn't see really an effective discovering attack. Maybe knight e4 to get d6 or to get c5, but I think I will have no time to retreat my queen to b5. Yeah, he's incoming with that. So now I don't have any square, okay, for the queen, but I should continue with my with this plan. Let's see if I manage to survive in this game. Yeah, I visualize this position and I have the conclusion that there is no decisive discovering attack yet, at least. So he have to move the knight somewhere, but okay. Also, I am capturing the pawn on d4 right now, so I have to move the knight. If he move the knight, I have this invasion square on a2, putting pressure on the bishop. But let's see where he's going to move the knight. I think knight a4 may be interesting to keep the bishop defended because if I take the invasion square, rook a1 tracks the queen. So in case of knight a4, I can play queen a6 or queen b5, like just waiting a little bit. Okay, yeah, that's the best move. Queen a2 will be a mistake. So I have to kick the queen in the diagonal. So I have to select between b5 or a6. I like b5 a bit more because there I can kick some pressure on b4. Let's do that. Now g4 may be annoying because I don't have no pressure. d4, I think. Knight c3 can be a try to repeat. Okay, he didn't do that. He's moving the knight forward. And now, okay, really, the capture on c5 looks quite logical in order to complete development. Okay, the unique thing is that he's going to recapture with the rook, and I will miss the control of the on the long on this diagonal, and he will be able to cast. Let's see. Also, a4 is a threat, not yet. What about b6? b6 looks interesting, quite risky. And really, I would like to kick his king in the center. I don't want to simplify yet. b6, a4 takes before check, bishop c3. But then I have queen c4, bishop d2, queen a2. The position looks like a mess. Okay, this looks extremely risky, but I'm going to accept the challenge. To play, okay, this is just for fun, in ambitious, very ambitious way. Really, I didn't want to lose the control of this diagonal. For that reason, I am playing b6 to try to be consistent with my opening idea. Also, I am ready to sacrifice the knight, take with the bishop, and to castle, and to try to play with piece of disadvantage, but with two connected pass pawn. I think I should have some decent compensation in that position. The idea is keep the situation complex. Okay, maybe 93 is a very strong move, probably in the positional point of view to protect before. And there, a4 is incoming. Probably in case of 93, I will be more or less forced to sacrifice my knight on b4 before he pushed the pawn to a4. That will be now or never. But 93, okay, it's a very good move, positional move, keeping everything together. Because with the knight defending on b4, he will be ready to push the pawn to a4 because they cannot capture with the queen. And after a4, queen a6, b5, that will be a fork. So a4 is unavoidable. The unique way to avoid that would be capturing on b4 first. Sacrificing a pieces for 2 pounds, but okay, I will have two connected pass pawns and I can try to complete my development as well. So I should have some good compensation. That very honestly, I think yeah, I play too risky in this game. My queen was in trouble for sure. Okay, a4. Okay, I consider this and I say I can capture on b4 with check, and after bishop c3, queen c4. So that I have the invasion square again. Okay, yeah, I think he trapped my queen probably because I have to play queen a2, and there he can play maybe rook a1. Okay, I think I don't have anything here. Yeah, well, at least maybe I can try to sacrifice my queen for the rook and the pieces. I am still in the game. So bishop takes e5. He can castle, and I can castle as well to complete development. Also, I have some d4, but I don't like d4 because my pawn on d5 is controlling his knight. Let's try to play solid. I have rook, knight, and pawn, so that will be 9 points, like the queen. Okay, there. Let's retreat. Probably a5, bishop c7, rook c1 maybe. I have to capture. It's going to recapture, but I can capture on a5, I think. Also, I can take bishop. I can capture here, and now I will have a fortress because bishop b6 attacks the queen, protect the pawn, and I can try to start to push my pass pawn. Hopefully, he is going to play f4 to try to reach the rook to point with f5, allowing the queen on a7 g1 diagonal. Yeah, really, I am not expecting that. Maybe king to the corner, try to do f4, f5 would be a good plan. The good thing about this is that I can have my bishop anchored by the pawn forever. So that is something good. And now all is about try to push the pass pawns in good conditions. But before do that, I will take the open files to prepare everything, put that in good conditions. So okay, he's incoming with rook to the open file. F4 is incoming for sure. I have an output here. you want to play, let's take the outputs. Let's take the output spheres. Queen d7 is going to get the invasion square. I am thinking if allow or not f5, because queen d7, rook fca, f5, pawn takes, queen takes d5, but there I am losing the rook fca. Let's play this. If he push the pawn, I'm going to capture because he have a weak background. And also the threat here is rook takes on f4. Takes, check, check, not available yet. Let's do this move, prevent f5. Yeah, I think, well, I can trade rooks. That should be good. He's trying to open the position, what is quite logical. Okay, now let's retreat to regroup to try to place my rook behind the pass pawn. I have to take capture this. Yeah, I don't like too much what happened here. He was pushing e6, so I have to prevent that. Do this, try to get this square with the rook, keeping some fortress. Let's stop that pawn to avoid the creation of possible bishop c7, maybe. Okay, he have intermediate check on. Maybe that location no was too good. Let's push this pawn to create some warriors for him. I'm looking for this. Let's stay here with the less value pieces. And he don't have any check yet, so let's keep everything together. It's attacking the pawn. Let's push the pawn. The idea is look for a pin in case that he moved the king. Okay, let's do this check first and pin the. Okay, good. Fortress strategy payoff. Okay, keeping everything together and connected. This was a very difficult game. My queen was in trouble, but okay, I managed to defend in a very active way. But okay, 5 seconds of increment. Maybe he's looking for a stalemate situation. I can promote here with check. Let's keep check. Okay, keeping the queen on lie square and the dart square bishop, because in that way I can kick the bishop pair activity. So, check, check. And I think that the name of the next checkmate pattern is the balestra mate. Really, it's a kind of Boden's mate, but instead do that with the two bishops, will be with the bishop and the queen. So queen on lie square, bishop on that square. So I think, okay, the game was very interesting. So now let's analyze for both games the most critical moments of the game. In the first one, yeah, the sacrifice on f7, and in the second one, really that queen c4, moving the queen in the middle of the file. Okay, so let's go for that. Okay, let's start with the analysis of the couple of games that we played, the couple of 5+5 games. So about the first game, we were playing with white. Okay, and here we can see that we are doing a lot of book moves. Okay, it's very theoretical. Now bishop d3 here. Okay, b4 is still possible, but as the queen no is on d6 yet, really don't make sense. After bishop d3, takes, queen b6, short castle, and this is a variant where white have to play in the gambit style. Takes, queen takes, and now okay, knight c3, sorry, queen e2 to protect the pawn on e5. Now a6, knight c3, knight e7, king to the corner, knight c6, and here the pawn advanced to f. Uh, okay, in this moment, bishop e3 was the threat, so the the engine suggests queen a7, retrieve the queen, and now f5. So yeah, in this, I think in this position, we have very good compensation for the pawn sacrifice, knight d4, queen f2, bishop c5. Bishop c5, according to the computer in chess.com, is the first mistake of the game. Here, instead of bishop c5, black have to play queen c6. But really, this is the unique move for black to kick the balance. Knight c6. And it's logical in order to try to trade queens, but with a lot of options available, have only a unique way to keep the balance. Really, this this demonstrates that this position in the practical point of view can be very difficult to play for black, even despite the engine is giving minus 0.5 more or less for black. Okay, well, bishop c5 mistake. Now queen g3, the best move. Okay, to highlight the fact that the pawn on g7 is hanging, so we take g6, takes. This is the critical moment of the game where I say I wasn't sure if the sacrifice on f7 was good or not, but actually the computer is saying that the position is almost +8 after the sacrifice. So he did rook g8. The other critical variant would be king takes, okay, queen takes, king fa, and now, okay, bishop a6. I evaluate this. I was a bit worried that the king managed to escape to d8, but let's see. King to e8. Now, okay, way into the corner check. The point is, do check and check, taking the outputs to control the data square and prevent that the king escape via d8, c7, b8. This is amazing. The sequence of checks, king e7. Well, bishop fa is also possible, but there I can move the rook. Okay, so king e7, check, king e8, and bishop g6. Yeah, another mate, another kind of balestra mate, like in the second game that we are going to analyze. Okay, well, perfect. We finished with this game. Let's see the second one. So here we repeat the French defense, but with black pieces for us. So now we did queen b6. That okay, I comment that is a very interesting positional way to. So a3, bishop b7, b4, and now bishop b4. So in this moment, okay, here queen c4 is the best move according to the engine, but okay, the position really is still the location of the queen is still risky. Probably a more safe approach will be just queen b6, that the engine is agreeing with the move, but that move allows short castles, so the game is going to be easier to play for white. The idea, in order to be able to defeat opponents, we have to keep some complexity in the positions. Queen c4, bishop b2. Okay, I was worried about the queen pain trap, so rook c1, knight f5, knight a4, best move, queen b5, knight c5. Okay, this is the first mistake of the game according to the engine. And here I did b6 to challenge the out. That is another mistake. After b6, immediately white is having the advantage. The best move according to the computer here is a5, giving almost -2, well, -1.5 in favor of black. The idea is to undermine the base of the output on c5. really, yeah, now looking at this, okay, makes a lot of sense because there is no way for white to hit the pawn on b4 defense. e6, okay, a4, okay, I need to play some state because the pawn is hanging. Yeah, during the game I say 93 should be the best move to consolidate the protection of the pawn on b4, and is what the engine suggests. Well, here capture, bishop c3, and here I have a unique move to keep the advantage, and the move is queen a3. I suppose that the point of queen a3 is sacrifice the queen for the rook and capture the knight, as I did in the game. But probably, oh no, rook a1 no is possible because the bishop is going to be hanging after that. Okay, so queen a3 will be much better. I take this move, okay, and after knight e2, knight e2 is the best one. Queen a2, the position is +2 for white right now, and here rook a1 is a mistake according to the engine because black is going to have the possibility to sacrifice the queen for a rook and a pieces. So instead of rook a1, what a brilliant move this knight takes on e6, because at the end of the variant, black is going to capture the knight. So white can sacrifice the knight, and now rook a1. Black can sacrifice the queen, but the situation is completely different because the black pawn structure is too solid. Um, I could capture here on c5, put more pressure. So this would be a winning variant for white, but okay, a very different move. And at the sacrifice of the queen, this is a more or less balanced position. The valoration of the position is zero. In the material point of view, we are equal, but personally, I think that position is easier to play for black because black have more pieces and really uh, anything is hanging. Okay, so well, guys, I hope you enjoy this couple of games. Probably, especially Charlie and Craig, that are a couple of students that are using the advanced variant. I learn a lot from the analyze with them. So hope to see you in a new video. Don't forget like and subscribe if you enjoy the content of the channel. Hope to see you soon. Take care.